Hi, I'm Kate Barrett, the founder of Shine a Light Media and the Email Marketing Academy, and welcome to this week's Tuesday email marketing tip video, where we're going to be looking at planning your automated campaigns and why that's so important. I'm also going to give you my 3 top tips to take away with you today. So let's start off with a well-known quote from Benjamin Franklin. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. In order to make sure that you have the right automated campaigns and the right content in your automated campaigns, it's so important to plan them out in advance. So I'm going to come to my 3 top tips in just a moment, but let's get started with some creative ideas of how you can use automated campaigns in your business. Because the first place you need to start with your planning is to look at all the touch points that prospects or customers have with your business. And just a little alert here, we might be taking it to the next level a little bit, so don't panic and don't let it overwhelm you. Just take the ideas out of this video that apply for your business and where you are right now with your technology and what you can cope with implementing in your business. So think about those touch points that you have with prospects or customers. Perhaps it's the point of sign up. Perhaps it's the point of purchase. Perhaps it's subscribers turning inactive and no longer engaging with your email campaigns. Or if you have a membership site and you can track how often somebody logs in, you can send an automated campaigns after X amount of time without a login, for example. Anywhere there's a touch point, you can automate a campaign off of it. So if somebody abandons their basket, you have a purchase process and somebody goes through, puts products into their basket and then abandons their basket without purchasing. If you have the right tracking in place, you can trigger a set of emails off automatically to try and regain that purchase. If you know somebody's birthday or anniversary, if you have that demographic data in your database, or even the anniversary of them joining your email program or joining your membership site, you could trigger a series of emails from that information. So think about every touch point that you have with consumers in your business and how you can use that to set off a set of triggered emails. Because again, as I said in my last video, the key to success with email marketing is delivering the right message to the right person at the right time, and automated campaigns can help you do that. So as I mentioned just now, there are some behaviors that you may want to trigger a series of emails to, such as not logging into a website or abandoning their basket during the purchase process, that would need additional technical tracking on your website that links through to your email service provider, your ESP. So if you don't have that, you can either speak to somebody technical or who can help you do that. You can have a quick word with me, just drop me a note, or you can speak to your email service provider and see if they have a plugin that can help you to do that anyway. But you will need that additional tracking for some of these elements. Now, in your ESP, you will have certain information already. You'll have demographic information, perhaps, in your list about somebody's birthday, if that's something you collect through your process and through your sign-up process. If not, look at collecting that information if that's something you want to trigger emails from. Because the rule is, if it's in your database, you can use it to trigger or personalize an email. So whether that's actual information a person has given you, such as birthday, or whether that's behavioral information that you're feeding in from that additional tracking, from your purchase system as to what they've purchased and when, you can use all this information to get personal and trigger the right message to the right person at the right time to get that engagement. Now, I'm not going to keep you holding on any longer. I'm going to give you my 3 top tips to planning your automated campaigns. The first tip is to plan out one automated campaign series at a time. It's absolutely fine to brainstorm a whole load of ideas of where you could trigger these campaigns from automatically, but you want to focus in on one at a time, otherwise you'll become overwhelmed. Plan one email series at a time. And don't forget, these emails are emails that you build basically as normal in your email service provider, but you add that trigger onto them that says, have them sitting here, have them ready, and when each individual subscriber triggers this rule, then send out the email. So for example, when a subscriber signs up That's the trigger for that initial series of emails that you may send after somebody signs up. So my second top tip is to work backwards from what you want to achieve at the end of your series. So when you come to writing down each individual email in the series, that's great, but start at the end. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to get them to sign up for a webinar? Do you want to get them to purchase something from you? Do you want to just provide lots of value? Do you want to get them to take some kind of other action in your business? Know what your end goal is that you want to achieve with the series and work backwards from there. Make sure that each email is working towards that final goal to build up and build up and build up, to make that sale and make that interaction, to get that webinar registration, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve at the end of the series. So start there and work backwards to that initial trigger, the point of sign up, to them abandoning their basket as they're going through the purchase process, to them actually purchasing something from you and triggering an email series after that. So think it through from the end. And my third and final tip for you on this video is a little word about frequency, because this is a question that I get asked all the time. How many emails should I include in my series? Should I send the emails every day, every 2 days, every 3 days? And I'm going to tell you now, there is no right answer to that question. It depends on your business, it depends on your industry, it depends on your subscribers and the quality of your list as to what the results are going to be from your autoresponder series. But what I always do for my clients is give them a rough rule of thumb to start from, because you need a starting place in order to test and optimize going forward. So pick a starting point in terms of your frequency and then test and see what resonates with your audience the best. But you need that starting point. So as a general rule of thumb, remember the classic marketing teaching. You need between 7 and 9 touch points on average before somebody's going to purchase from you. And you need to build that value and trust throughout those touch points. So think of that in terms of emails. That would be 7 to 9 emails. If you are triggering a series straight after sign up, for example, you would want to have those series of touch points over between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on what you're selling, the value that you're offering in between, and how many emails you're sending. I wouldn't recommend sending daily unless you are a website like Groupon or a daily deal site like them, because that's more expected. I wouldn't bombard people too much with it unless you have value. Frequency becomes irrelevant if you're providing valuable communications and you set that expectation on sign-ups. They know that you're going to be emailing them daily forever. That's fine. But in terms of the automated campaigns, I would look at breaking them down, perhaps sending an email every 2 to 4 days for 2 to 4 weeks after somebody signs up. Generally though, it's that 7 to 9 touch points. So keep that in your head as the main fact to take away here and the starting point to test and optimize from. So that's my 3 tips for today and the end of today's Tuesday email marketing quick tip video. So I hope you found it useful, and don't forget to join me next Tuesday where I'm going to be shining a light on sales funnel campaigns. So I'll see you in the next video.